saying that the fact that he went undrafted is unbelievable, Chandler. And that's fair, but it happens. And how does it happen?
It is. And I think the draft sometimes is just off potential, right? It's just, let's take a flyer on a 17, 18, 19-year-old kid instead of trusting my eyes and what this kid's doing right now and how he can help me. And AR he's not this fastest guy. He's not the most athletic guy. He's a transfer, so he was older by the time he even got his opportunity in the G League. And so guys like this, you can miss on because you didn't really see him turning into this, to be honest with you. Like, he didn't play this good in college. But a lot of times it's just based, I think the draft is solely on potential. It's guys that have a high upside and a ceiling, which teams didn't think Austin Reaves obviously had.
Undrafted. That's
crazy.
I mean, look, hindsight, obviously, but.
The draft is funny. Like, I was the SEC Player of the Year. I was drafted 38th. Like, what more could I have done? I literally won Player of the Year.
Just be better, really.
And so I got drafted second round, and the guys in front of me were mostly like freshmen, one-and-done guys that was taking a fly on that didn't last, versus the guy that was ready to help a team right away. So it's different. Obviously, I think you just get enamored by like potential and measurements part of the draft.
Well, he was undrafted, so now it's time to play third option. Is he the best third option, second best?
Didn't we already do this segment once and we said no? Now he's playing like
now
it.
It's time.
No, this is not a diss to Austin Reaves. He's not even the best third option in Los Angeles.
Whoa.
Would you take Austin Reaves or would you take Norman Powell?
I knew Norman Powell was coming.
Close my case.
I don't know.
That's not even like a real thing. A third option isn't a thing. That's not a thing.
But doesn't the third option also matter where you are the third option?
Third option for the team that he plays for. But let's stop the best third option thing.
Good point, too, because Norman Powell was an all-star snub. Austin Reaves was an all-star snub.
It's not a real thing. So I don't want his fans upset about something that's not even real. So he's a great third option for the team that he's on and the way that he plays. He's a great basketball player, but it's not even a real.
That's how I mean. But that's how I interpret the question. Best third option where he is.
Like, I do think I would take Austin Reaves over Norman Powell, though. I think he does more.
Like this situation over Norman Powell.
I think he does more. He's more of a complete basketball player. Now, Norman Powell's having a great year.
Cut it out, man.
No, I'm not. I would take Austin Reaves over Norman Powell.
Cool.
I think he can do more. I think he can play point guard. You can put him off the ball. Norman Powell's having a great year, and I love him as a player, but.
You just said he was an all-star snub.
He was. I'm just saying he was.
And you would take Austin Reaves over an all-star snub.
You know how I feel about all-star voting. It's ridiculous, and I don't think the best 24 players aren't the all.
No, don't move the goalposts.
No, I'm just saying the best 24 players aren't all-stars.
All-star voting. We are talking about a guy that's averaging upwards of 22 to 23 points a game.
He's having a great year.
Both guys are having great years. But if you had to pick one for your third option, you would.
Depends who my other two are. No, it does. That's
what I'm saying. Where they are, their situation is part of the question.
I think the Clippers would be better with James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, and Austin Reaves. I think they'd win more games.
There it is. That's the statement.
That's fine. I'm going to let him have it. That's fine.
Hey. Okay.
All right, let's change that.
Lou. Theo Pinson.
You're a homer with the Clippers. You're a homer with the Clippers.
I'm always going to ride for the Clippers, but let's be serious here. Both guys are super talented, and on their respective teams, their impacts are felt. But one-on-one, swapping those guys, I still feel like the Lakers will be in the position that they're in, if not better, with Norman Powell.
If not better.
And it shows what happened with Norman Powell out of the lineup for the Clippers. It shows you what his impact is.
Yeah, but when you interchange them and then say, if not better, that's different.
So look how good Austin Reaves is without LeBron,
That's just a little disclaimer.
Look how good Austin Reaves is without LeBron. Dude's averaging like 30 plus.
You're just scared to get in trouble with his people.
No, I'm not scared. I'm
scared to get into this Austin Reaves fight again.
I'm not scared. I said he's going to average 15, 5, and 5, and I think he's killing this year. I think he's averaging 19, 6, and 5.
Killing it.
So he's having a great year.
Not dissing at all. But again, we're having a third option in Los Angeles.
It's an argument. It's a debate.
It's a good argument.
Yeah, it's fair.
I'm here for it.
In Los Angeles alone, before we even start talking about
there's a wrong answer.
Any other
I will ask it again before the season's over. And maybe even in the playoffs.
Let's do it.
Let's see what happens.
Let's do it.
Lou, Theo Pinson said that Pat Riley made a worse trade than Nico Harrison when he traded away Jimmy Butler because Jimmy Butler was Heat culture. Lou, I think context is important here, but...
No.
Nope.
No. You can't say that. Like, Nico Harrison shook the entire NBA shook the world with that trade, and you've seen the damage that it's done to the Dallas Mavericks. Now, I won't blame everything on it because a lot of guys got injured, but energy is real. Kinetic energy is real. That started a
well,
we're talking.
Is kinetic a huge word?
The yoga's coming in.
But you.
I like this for you. It's a new chapter.
But look what that started. Now, that hasn't happened in Miami. Now they're not playing their best basketball, but it's not what Dallas isn't going through. So no, I'm not agreeing. It's
historic what Dallas is going through.
Yeah, I'm not agreeing on this one.
Yeah, this is plain and simple. The Heat took the best offer they got from Jimmy Butler. The Mavs took the only offer they got from.
Because they didn't even go.
They didn't even shop it.
Also, Jimmy wanted to leave.
Jimmy Butler made it loud and clear that he wanted out. He wasn't going to re-sign there. He was only playing those games in Miami before the deadline, so he didn't get fined. This was the only leverage they had was to take on this Wiggins, Kyle Anderson trade. The Mavs didn't even shop Luka. They took the first thing, did this in private, which is fine. You can respect it, you can disrespect whatever. But that is the biggest difference to me, that they probably could have gotten more from Luka.
Definitely
He got as most they possibly could.
That's a great point.
And also, you're not Heat culture anymore when you don't want to be part of the Heat. Like it's over.
You don't want to be.
End of days. This one's interesting to me, Chandler. Jabari Parker pushed back on. There's a narrative out there that his NBA career is a tragic story, and his answer was basically, "I made millions, took care of my family." We do sometimes get a little caught up in what we've deemed to be a winning career, I suppose. I mean, made the NBA and crushed. Like what? Like
I love that so much, and it just shows like fans like shut up. You have no idea what this dude went through. You have no idea his expectations for himself. And at the end of the day, he did make millions of dollars, and he took care of the people that helped him make that and reach his dream and play in the NBA. And have a pretty good career, by the way. So what are the expectations? Obviously, people thought at that high of a draft pick, how much hype he had coming out, that it would be longer and that it would be better. But at the end of the day, like, this dude reached his dream. He's still playing basketball for a living, and it's the best job in the world to be in the NBA.
I mean, the word tragic, we need to stop. There are real times to use it.
It's not tragic. This dude did what less than 1% of the world could ever even dream of doing. Like, it's not tragic.
Tragic. It's like UVA saying it was tragic they didn't make it. Stop. We got to take a quick break, a little more Run It Back on the other side.
Everybody going to be like, yo, what the hell? Like, there's no chance this guy didn't win MVP.
Right.
So 10 years from now, that's what we're going to be saying about Jokic not winning MVP.
10 years from now.
Same way we felt about Shaq and Kobe in the conversation that we just
Who
had.
won the MVP 10 years ago? I know it was Kevin Durant, by the way. But we're talking runner-up. Like, you're not going to talk about this from 10 years from now.
Good, man. Did you just think of that off the top of your head?
No
I
chance.
haven't in my notes.
Oh, okay, there you go.
But my point is,
supposed to say yeah.
The Nash-Kobe one,
man.
I do think if Kobe should have got that the one that Nash's second one. So
And
you do kind of
even
have
the Shaq
certain
one was
situations.
controversial.
So there are certain scenarios where you will think, okay, this guy, but 10 years from now, I don't think. I think we'll just talk about the three Jokic already has. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to be a situation where, like, he should have got this one, too.
Fair.
It's not like we're going to remember his stats from 10 years from now.
There are always going to be close races for MVP. It's the greatest basketball players in the world. It's not going to be one guy every year that stands out and no one else does. That's sort of the...
For some reason, though, those Nash ones are the only, like, he shouldn't have got it, right? Like, when you think of another MVP where
It's racial.
Well, you said it.
Canadians also. It's like a double whammy. Monday night, I don't know. We didn't even talk about this because what is there to say? But the Pelicans lost to the Pistons by 46 points. That is so many. Afterwards, Willie Green said, "We look like a team that forgot how to play basketball."
Laid an egg.
Whew, how's that locker room doing over there in New Orleans?
It sounds bad, but this is said more often than you would know. Like, when guys have bad nights, you will hear sometimes the guys say, "Man, somebody took my Space Jam basketball." You remember in Space Jam, they sucked all the talent out of everybody. You will literally hear guys say that. So on a 46-point loss, don't be mad with your coach because he said it. You did it. Like, which part is worse? You going out there losing by 46, or Willie Green saying we look like a team that don't know how to play basketball for a night?
By the way, Zion had 30.
Everybody lays an egg during the season. Everybody has one of these games that puts you in a position to either grill these guys in a film session or we're going to throw that one in the trash and get ready for the next one. And so this reads worse than what's actually being done. But, you know, this is a coach that knows his team. And, again, 46-point loss.
I can't get past 46.
What positives can you take out of
When I
that?
see a loss like this, I always picture the film the next day, like how proud.
Do you even watch this one?
Oh,
It's just dreadful
what
getting
is
to
it?
the film. You can't enjoy your dinner. You don't want to sleep.
You're
you don't
thinking
wanna,
about that.
It's
Well, God, that
dreadful.
one blow by, that one.
There's
chart,
so
you know what I
much,
mean?
though, at that. Like, how do you
But
focus?
honestly, when in a season like this, the truth hurts, and all these teams that are losing these games, coaches just want to see development, but then they also want to see effort. I feel like a season like this is just what guys do you see that play hard consistently, that aren't rattled by wins and losses, and obviously that continue to get better. But Willie Green just wants the guys there that compete, and when you lose by 46 points, I didn't watch this game. I'll be honest.
Oh, wow. What is
They
it?
couldn't have played hard. They couldn't have competed because you shouldn't lose by 46 points.
46 points. You have to do math to get to that. Like, it's not an easy one.